Start singing shit, you pussy.
Start singing.
Yeah.
Juan.
Wasabi.
Have you ever wanted to use your little itty bitty bit of clout for some type of political gain?
As far as what?
Are you ever gonna run for office, Juan Denmark?
I don't think so, bro. It's too risky to run for office.
What do you mean it's too risky?
They're gonna go through all my files and find something dirty that I
Do you ever think about how, like, you're about to be a therapist, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're a therapist, right?
Yeah.
Say, all right, here's a little hypothetical situation. You're my therapist. My therapist is Juan Denmark. I Google Juan Denmark, and
you see me on Kill Tony.
I see not even Kill Tony. I dig into the depths. 25 rape jokes.
I've never made a rape joke.
Wow. Wow. All right, we'll move aside.
25 is a lot. Like, I'm not even there yet. You know what I mean?
All right, not even in one.
I don't think I've ever told a rape joke before.
Never posted one.
Hello.
All right, we can restart the interview. Cut it here.
No, fuck that. Keep rolling.
So, you got all this crazy shit you've posted, right? You've touched some crazy topics. You're a therapist. Are you going to work independently or hope to be hired by somebody who will go through these things?
Yeah, so I'm gonna get hired while I'm getting my PhD.
It's going to be kind of hard.
And it's going to be kind of hard, but ultimately I have such a great resume. I served 12 years in the military. I was a behavioral health technician. I went to school at one of the greatest colleges in Oregon State. I have a clean record.
This is one of the greatest colleges
in
Oregon
absolutely.
State?
This is one of the best colleges in Oregon State. Absolutely, for sure, 1,000%.
All right, I didn't know that.
1,000%.
They just let us in here.
This shit's hard as fuck. No, they let me in here because I have a pass, because I'm a student.
All right, my bad.
Jaeger.
Okay, so you think it will be easy to be hired? You don't?
No, there's going to be people who are like, we reviewed your content. We don't align with the things that you've said publicly. Sorry, Juan Denmark, we are not going to be able to apply. But guess what?
I'm have sex with a white woman.
Yeah.
I'm done having sex with white women publicly.
Yo, white women hate that joke.
I know they
That
do.
joke never kills when it's an all-white crowd. It used to kill, but it doesn't kill for all-white crowds anymore.
You got a fascinating psychology career ahead of you.
I know, but the thing is, look, I'm a disabled veteran, and I get a stipend every month because of how disabled I am, and they pay really well. So literally, this isn't even me being funny. I could legitimately work at McDonald's and make a lot of money in 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah, if I worked full-time at McDonald's, plus the money I get every month for being disabled, I'm making a great salary. I could buy a home. I could buy a home with the money I make from working McDonald's full-time as a manager, of course.
So no matter what,
I would not just be a fucking...
If I walked in and you weren't the manager at McDonald's...
Nigga, I am the manager, bitch. Like, step aside. I'm the captain now, bitch.
I'd be furious. Okay.
Yeah.
I am fascinated to see where your psychology comes.
No, I'm gonna hit hurdles. There's gonna be people who look up my shit and they're gonna be like, negative. No, we can't do this.
Any white woman.
Yeah. She's gonna be like, absolutely not, sir.
Oh, can we do a thing? All right. I'm a white woman.
Okay.
You're a psychologist. Okay.
You could be a white woman. This is Oregon.
I'm a white woman.
This is Portland.
Hey.
Now you're a white woman. In this state, as soon as you said that, you're a white woman.
I'm a white woman. All right.
Now you're a white woman. Like on and off camera, you're a white woman.
I'm a wealthy white woman.
Hey, your body, your choice, queen.
Okay. I'm a wealthy white
Your
woman.
body, your choice, queen.
Don't talk to me like that. You're my therapist.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you talk to me like that, you see how like I'm commanding you?
Yeah, you're being real white woman right now.
I'm a white woman.
Only white women do this with their
see
fingers.
this motion?
I don't even know how to do that.
I'm helping you get through your job. This is how it's going to be. All right,
tell me.
I'm a white woman. Life's been really hard lately. Every day I'm really anxious. I live in this house. My house is huge and no one's there. My husband just leaves me alone. I get lonely. It makes me think of calling someone else just to have someone there for me. Do you understand that?
Of course I understand that. I think that loneliness is a very human trait to have, and you shouldn't be shameful about being lonely. I'm glad you came to me for it.
Yeah.
There's a multitude of ways to remedy these feelings that you have. Do you have anything that you like to engage in outside of the home that bring you stimulation?
I really like pickleball. And I like pickleball.
When was the last time you played pickleball?
I played pickleball at the Bleeds World with all my friends, and then we actually came together, we did a book club, we drank wine, but then after that I went home and my husband was still at work. He works really hard. And that's how we have such a nice home. We have this amazing home. We have an amazing home. It's so good, but he's never there because he works so hard. I have no one there, so I play pickleball. I go to book club, and then I come home, and there's no one there. It's our giant home. We have our kids. Everything's great, but he's not there, and it just makes me want to call someone else.
So how is it that you feel? How do you feel about the fact that your husband? So you don't like that your husband works hard. So you think that your husband working to the extremes that he does is hindering your own connection?
It's not about my husband.
Have you voiced that to him?
I can't voice it to him. It's everyone looks at him and doesn't think about me. Everyone thinks he works so hard and thinks I don't work. I work.
Absolutely.
I make everybody's meals. Everyone leaves with a granola and then they go to school. And everyone acts like I don't work.
Yeah.
I work.
Yeah, taking care of the home is absolutely
I even
a
do
tall
that.
task.
We pay Cassandra. I pay Cassandra to do the cleaning. Everyone thinks I don't clean. I pay Cassandra.
But you get upset when you come home and it's an empty house because he's working, right?
Yes.
So have you spoke this to him? Have you expressed this to him?
No.
I think we should start there.
I don't want to.
You don't want to? What are you afraid of?
Is it true you won't have sex with women?
Huh?
White women?
You
won't have sex with white women
I was
publicly?
married to a white woman.
But publicly.
And that's publicly. I was married to her. There's public documents.
But it's 2032. And I need a black man in my life. You're gonna have a hard psychology career.
This is
Are you gonna have sex with that lady after that?
No, you can't fuck your own people.
All right,
I don't
good job.
fuck comics.
All right.
Do you
That's
fuck
not a
comics?
comic. That's not a comic.
But it's the same. It's the same mentality. Fucking where you work at.
Never fucked a
Would
comic.
you fuck
in my
a
life.
comic?
Never fucked in my comic life. Never
With
fucked a comic
Lucas
in my life.
Copp, would you have sexual relations with a comedian?
Never have in my life.
I said, would you?
She was super pleasant.
Define pleasant.
No, I don't think I would. I think it goes against. I just think it's just it's fucked up. It's like fucking a coworker. I've never fucked a coworker.
I've never fucked a coworker either.
I think fucking a coworker it leads to tumultuous. Oh. Okay.
I've had sex with a person I worked with before,
But not while working.
But not while we were both working at the job at the same time. She quit, and then I eventually quit, and then we had sex.
Especially like comedy's like a career as opposed to just a job. Like
Yeah,
I feel like
comedy
if
is
you
like invasive as fuck.
So if you fuck someone you do stand-up comedy with, you're gonna have to see that person all the time.
No, and my dick's too good to fuck comedians.
So you're gonna go to open mics, see this person all the time.
But
It's
she's gonna be like, I
annoying.
don't bring a girl there, and then she's gonna.
It gets weird.
It gets weird.
It's inevitably gonna be weirder than you want it to be. So you're gonna have like a really good whatever night you have with her, and then from then on out, it's gonna be annoying. Even if
It's only good till after I bust a nut.
How do you feel about stand-up comedy relationships?
I
What if
think
you-
that it's a risky road because what are you gonna say?
What if there's a stand-up comedy lady, she's as funny as you, maybe a little bit better, maybe a little bit worse, but she's very attractive.
Oh, you're not naming a human being.
This is hypothetical.
It had to be hypothetical.
So
it had to be. There's no way you were speaking in reality.
Here's Juan Denmark's thought. He said, "Who? A woman?
I said
Funnier than me?"
No, not a woman funnier than me. I said you were. I don't know what I was saying. Fuck it. You know what? Fuck you.
Hypothetical. Okay.
I know it's hypothetical.
A woman. She's as funny.
Women can be funnier than me, by the way.
There we
Joan
go.
Rivers is way funnier than
There
me.
we go. There we go.
Yeah, you named the greats.
You pulled it back.
I pulled a great
woman.
one.
So there's a woman. She's a bad bitch. She's fun. She's a really attractive woman. A little bit funny, maybe a little bit less funny, maybe just as funny, and she's amazing. She's so attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Would you date her?
There's already a girl in that stratosphere, and no.
Okay.
And you know, I thought about it for a long time too because she was really attractive, and I was like, you know what? Even if no, I can't because I thought about it and I was like, I don't want to ruin her career. Because I know if I fuck you, I'm gonna ruin your career. My dick is really good, bro.
You ruin her.
I have
career
good
with
dick,
your
bro. I have good dick.
You think it's gonna
like
have to
enough.
ruin her career?
Kind of, because you can't just come to comedy after I fuck you. Like
She's gonna quit comedy because
She
of your
won't quit, but
penis?
she might lose some of her funny if I'm in the audience.
You're gonna take her funny away with your penis?
Damn, this is funny to say on camera, but I think so.
You think you're gonna suck her comedy
I think
out?
a little bit. I think a little bit.
You don't think
I
she'd
I would
be
take a
funnier
little bit
on
of her comedy.
stage because
No.
she's like lashing out at you? That might be funny.
I mean, it'll be funny, but it'll be funny for the room. It won't be funny for comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Funny for the room is funny for comedy.
That's not true.
That's
not true. That's
If
not
I
always true.
saw
That's
a
not
girl-
true.
If
That's
I
not
saw,
true.
if
It's
you
not
were to
true.
date a comic for like a year, and then she went on stage after you guys broke up,
It'd be funny
you
as hell
wouldn't
for
even
you.
believe how quickly I would rush into the room.
You would laugh. So
I would
you would laugh
push people
before
over.
she's even funny.
I would love it.
That's what I'm saying. It would be
That
funny
would
for
be
the
the-
room in the sense like you would laugh before she even said anything funny. You just be so ready to laugh. You'd be like, it's not even funny. She didn't even say nothing yet.
It would be.
He's like, Juan, and yeah.
Okay, maybe it would just be the concept.
Exactly.
But you
That's what I'm
think-
saying. It's funny
you
for the
think
room, not
after
funny
that,
for comedy.
After that amazing funny for the room set, she'd walk away and not be as funny because of your penis?
Kind of, yeah.
You don't think that's a symptom of narcissism?
It is
You think your
narcissism.
penis ends
I'm a
careers?
comedian because I'm partially narcissistic.
Your penis ends
You know what? I'm
careers.
definitely posting this on YouTube too. This is good content.
Why
right
wouldn't
now.
you post
We're
this?
cooking this. We're cooking
You
now.
think your penis ends careers?
I don't think my penis ends careers, but it would end. It would hinder a comedy career. That's a fact.
Okay.
I genuinely believe that.
All right. How do you feel about comedy careers?
That's why I don't fuck comedians. Because I'm like, I don't want to ruin your
Because I love
career.
comedy. I don't want you to.
No, seriously, I love comedy more than I love wanting to have sex with you. That's real shit.
That's time.
That's real shit. Because if I'm telling you, then comedy.
All right. All right. Do you think comedy couples are a good idea or a bad idea?
I think it could be a good idea, but every comedy couple that I've seriously analyzed, I see faults. I see cracks in the
So
infrastructure.
you seriously analyze
I
everybody.
seriously do. I'm a sicko, dude. I'm
And
a
this
fucking.
is funny,
I'm a psychopath.
Because I feel like if we're talking about on camera, I feel like this is something you haven't gotten into.
Let's get to it.
Your
Get it?
analysis of everybody.
Yes.
What are the main faults in the comedy couples that you see moving? Because you've been state to state. It's not even just Portland. You've been everywhere. You've seen comedy couples all over the country. What is the main fault? And why
Okay,
is that a bad idea?
we'll go from top to bottom. Top is that first of all, your girl or your man has had sex with another comic in the scene. That's the first one. So now y'all like walking on tippy toes around motherfuckers, and that's already weird. Like I'm trying to step wherever I'm at, especially doing my art. I'm trying to step 10 toes down. I'm not trying to be creeping around.
Crack those
I'm not
toes.
trying to be sneaking with my girl. No, I'm here. Niggas know I'm here. There's no cap. That's the first thing. That you lose aura. You're losing aura when you're creeping around and shit. The second thing is, motherfucking ain't that funny. One motherfucker gets booked more than the other motherfucker.
So both comics have to be equally funny.
You can't find an equally like. You know how hard it is to find someone that's just as funny as you. And even if you guys meet at the same level, it's gonna. You can't stay at the same level forever because then that's weird.
Yeah.
Because then eventually you both won't be funny. Like even if y'all both funny, if y'all stay at the same level, y'all won't be funny. You know what I mean?
And comedic rises are weird. Like,
Yeah, you
it's
have to
always
just
gonna be-
keep going like this.
Yeah.
Like with us, like some days you're funnier than me, some days I'm funnier than you. It just is what it is.
Right.
Even the day I headlined, technically you were funnier than me, but I did 40 minutes, and so that kind of like outweighed it. But ultimately, like that's what I'm saying, like you have to keep teetering.
That's how comedy just is.
It just is.
Comedy
It just is what it
It's
is.
a day to day.
Yeah. And so those are two of the biggest things that are just like, nah, like I don't want to be around niggas and I'm like, oh yeah, I had your girlfriend. I just don't, bro. I'm sorry. No. Hey, call it misogynist. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm being honest. This is my platform.
Yeah.
If you fuck my girl and you just hanging around us, no, it doesn't feel good.
No.
I think about it
No,
all the time.
it sucks.
It does suck.
I'm not that woke.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm sorry. I've already been through that. I've already had a girlfriend who's had sex with other people, and I had to be around them, and I just didn't like that energy. I just don't like it. No. I'm sorry. Comedy.
Comedy.
I can deal with it in short spurts, but like if we have to just keep going to open mics over and over again, and we're just around motherfuckers you've had sex with,
It's sick.
No,
It's sickening.
no, I'm not doing it. Absolutely
No.
not. Not in Trump's America.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's Trump's America.
You can't
How do
cancel me
feel
on my
about-
own podcast.
I'm not gonna cancel you. I'm just gonna
Fuck
ask
yeah, keep
questions.
going.
How do you feel about Trump's America? How do you feeling?
I think there's
It's like we
there's-
can't talk about comedy the whole time.
Yeah, no, there's
Shit's-
bads and goods in Trump's America. I'll go
Okay.
first and then
Let's
you go
get it.
second.
Let's get it.
The bads are all the shit that's going on. The bads are that when I click on a girl's Instagram story and it has the green circle and I'm expecting ass and titties, I see a fucking post about Donald Trump and I get pissed off. That's the bads. The goods is that niggas is being hella honest right now.
Yeah.
I have never been around this much honesty in America.
You're talking about blatant racism?
Yes, blatant dishonesty. Like niggas is just saying the truth in all capacities.
Honesty in the way they're just saying how they feel.
Yeah, everyone's just being honest.
Dog
there's
whistles
no room.
are gone. You know, like a racial dog whistle, those are gone.
Yeah, niggas is just saying I'm racist. I was actually watching an interview with a black guy and a white guy, and the white guy's like, I'm a racist white guy. I was like, God damn.
Okay.
I ain't never heard no nigga just call himself racist before. KKK niggas don't even call themselves racist.
No, they beat around the bush.
Yeah. It was crazy. They're like, no, I'm just a white supremacist.
They go, I'm a separationist, just like Malcolm X. Me and Malcolm X are both. They do love Malcolm X. I know. They go, we're both separationists.
From this school, they taught me. I was like, yeah, they love Malcolm X. I was like, wow. I was like, how'd they know? I was like, that's why the whites love me, because I'm a separationist.
I've never seen racist people love a black guy more than one day. I went up there and I tried to be a little racist. I can't even be nearly as racist
because they know you're pretending.
I'm a liberal. Like, what the fuck is this?
When they see me, they're like, I believe that guy.
I have to go. I'm a union worker. I work at a union. I'm a longshoreman. I swear.
The earth is flat.
Okay, so the negative is everything.
Yeah.
And the positive is
honesty, transparency. I love it. I love how transparent this world is.
Okay.
Yeah, this world's super transparent now.
Okay.
Super transparent. Everyone's creating. Another thing, fear creates creativity. So like everyone's in fear now because of Donald Trump, which is forcing them to pick up books, forcing them to study law. It's just forcing niggas to like read things that they never would have read before. And that's beautiful. When fucking Joe Biden and just like comfortable ass Democrats are in office, niggas don't read nothing. Niggas is just comfortable as shit. But it's like, oh, America's cool.
So you've been in Portland though. You're not from Portland. Because you know what I find fascinating is when Biden was in presidency, when I'm in Portland, Oregon, when a Democrat's in charge, it feels really calm. But I feel like if you're in a Republican state, like if you're in Texas, if you're in Louisiana, you might feel that same alarm Portlanders feel when Trump's in office.
That's the thing about Republicans, because I lived in mainly Republican states.
That's why I asked you that.
Republicans don't even care. Like the only time they really care, which is why Trump, I think, got elected, is when Democrats started being like, all right, we're going to make a new bathroom. All right, we're going to allow gay rhetoric to be pushed on elementary school kids. Like and that might not even be the facts. But there's media sources that are pushing that out to the Republicans that are making them get uproared, which is forced. Like that's when the uproar comes. But when they feel like there's just some insurgency of like the woke agenda.
Because that's what I mean. I think that's a newer thing. Because I actually think Republicans wanted the Republicans to react as intensely as Democrats. You know what I mean? Because like if you watch Fox News right now, they don't talk about shit Trump's doing. They'll talk about trans shit the whole time.
That's what I'm saying. That's what got Trump elected.
It is.
Niggas be surprised Trump elected. I'm like, I'm not that surprised. We went out to these states, bruh. Like niggas are not with that agenda. They're not with it. Like they're gonna do whatever they can to stop that shit. And there's black people who don't support that. Like there's a large group of people. Like that's the thing, bro. Democrats be living in like like white Democrats. I'm not even gonna say black Democrats. White Democrats live in this like this fucking like this la la land where it's like, oh, the world's perfect type shit. No, niggas do not fuck with this shit. Like niggas want this shit to fucking go down.
But I would also argue that both are la la lands. I think Republicans I think the Republican la la land is the only issue is if a trans person can use a bathroom, as opposed to looking at bombs being dropped across the state, as opposed to looking at the terrorists and all the economic shit that's getting fucked.
Well, Republicans don't care about bombs.
If you could only... No, they don't.
No, they don't.
That is it. I just think they...
You know, somebody showed me a video of a nigga riding his motorcycle through Afghanistan. This is some behind scenes shit. I'm out of the military now. It don't matter. My homie, when I was in the military, he came to me. He was like, hey, you want to see this video? I was like, sure. There's this nigga living his best life. He's riding through the desert on his motorcycle, no helmet, his hair's blowing through the wind. He's riding it hard. He might be going 80 miles an hour in the desert, no traffic. There's nothing. There's not even roads. This nigga's just in the desert riding. He's like, keep watching. Boom. I was like, oh shit.
Wait,
he got bombed.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. I'd never seen that before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was living his best life. He wasn't even doing anything wrong. He was just a nigga in the desert riding his motorcycle. Bomb.
That's what I'm saying.
They love that shit.
Politics on either side.
It's all fucked up.
I actually think the trans stuff, I don't want to call it bullshit, but I think that's what they make Republicans focus on. Like, let's just focus on this as opposed to everything else.
Well, that's the thing. That's the issue with Democrats right now is that the party is separated, bro. You got white liberals who are just thinking about LGBTQ problems, and then you got regular black liberals who are just like people who go to church, just regular motherfuckers. Like they're just black people who just don't want racism. Yeah. They don't care about the gay shit. They don't care about none of this extra shit. They just don't want racism. So they vote Democrat because they think Democrats mean no racism.
Yeah.
And then there's this large group of white people who just be like, yo, if you don't believe that whatever should get surgery, then you're not liberal, actually. You're actually a fascist. Mm-hmm. And you should be a Republican. And that's what's turning niggas Republican. It's because white liberals are making other white liberals turn Republican.
You know, I watched an interview with a dude. He was a former skinhead. He was a full-blown racist. And he stopped it. He went into the other side. He went to stop it. He's like writing books and telling you about how, you know, it's wrong. Mm-hmm. But he was telling you about his like how you convert someone into a skinhead, into a racist. And the first thing you do is if you want to make somebody racist, you tell them that they are white. The first step is be like, you are white and different from everyone else. And then the second step is to tell you that people are after you. And then he made the point that the liberals are actually doing that for them. The liberals are actually, that's why I think Trump won, because they came at young white men, and I don't like to argue for young white men, it is what it is, but if you argue with a young white man and tell him you're a white guy and we don't like you, those are actually the first two steps that the skinheads would do to recruit a skinhead. You're a young white man and they don't like you, and people are against you.
Fuck yeah. We're gonna stop right there.